Here's the truth behind the whole Luka Doncic trade. I know everybody is talking about it and everybody made it a big deal, right? And everybody keeps acting like it's something that was a miracle. Oh my God, how can this happen? This was the dumbest trade of all time. Well, everybody's only reacting to it at face value. And I feel like everybody is not paying attention to behind the scenes and what actually took place. And this is all alleged, by the way. I'm not going to sit here and say this is facts, but it's damn near in your face. Like, you have to really be stupid to not sit there and take advantage of this information that you're getting because it's so obvious. This all happened for money. There's no other reason for this to happen. There's no other example I can give you that this reason happened. Because if you think about it, Luka Doncic is a once in a lifetime type of player for every single team, right? You draft a Luka Doncic, you're only gonna get this type of player once in a long ass time. It's going to take you decades to draft another Luka Doncic, right? So for the Mavs to trade him, they had to have a reason to, and this had to be a move from beyond the Mavericks, and it included the Mavericks owners as well. This was a move that billionaires made to make more money, to generate more value for themselves and for the entire NBA. This wasn't a move that was for the reasons that they stated. This wasn't a move because Luka Doncic was fat. This wasn't a move because Luka Doncic was injured and they feared that he was never going to be taking the craft seriously and he wasn't going to take them to the promised land and blah 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 blah. This was never that. This was just a simple fact that the NBA needed to generate money, to generate value, because why? They have signed a $25 billion streaming deal, and what's the best thing you could do? Luka Doncic is the only European star on his team that has not won a championship. Giannis has won a championship. Jokic has won a championship. These are the only three Europeans that are leading their team and have won championships. Luka is the only European star that's leading his team that has not won a championship. What team is the most streamed team in the NBA? The Lakers. Okay? LeBron James is on the Lakers. Who is the most viewed athlete in the NBA? LeBron James. What's the best combination to make money? Put Luka with LeBron on the Lakers and let's make money. Let's take advantage of the last year or 2, 3 years that we have with LeBron James in the game, and let's see how far this can go. Let's see how many playoff seasons, series that this team can play together. Let's see how much money we could really milk out of this situation, and then once LeBron retires, all the fans that were LeBron fans will hopefully fall in love with Luka, and all the Lakers fans are going to fall in love with Luka. The Lakers are going to build around their star player, which is Luka. Then they get a championship. Once they get a championship, then Luka is the favorite, and now you have Europe and all the rest of the countries around the world now watching the Lakers. If you remember, there was a time where the NBA was trying to make the LA Clippers the international team. They were trying to make the Clippers play early so they could televise it internationally, so that people in the UK and all these other countries in Europe and I don't know exactly where, probably like some countries in Africa and South America, something like that, can watch the Clippers. But the Clippers don't have star power internationally. The Clippers have star power in the United States. Now stay with me. I know this is a very nerdy breakdown, but this is what you really have to pay attention to. What team has that? LeBron James, okay, and the Lakers. LeBron told them he wanted Bronny on the Lakers, okay? Who do the Lakers get? They get Bronny James, okay? That was a favor that the NBA and the Lakers did for LeBron. Now it's time for LeBron to owe the NBA back for that favor. Not that Bronny wasn't deserving of being drafted, but Bronny wouldn't have went to the Lakers if it wasn't for LeBron and the Lakers and the NBA doing LeBron James a favor. Boom. Lakers draft Bronny. Now, Adam Silver probably, allegedly, had went and spoke to the governors and was like, okay, LeBron is going to have to train someone to be the next face of the league. We're trying to make Victor Wembanyama be that. We're trying to make Ant Edwards be that. We're trying to make a couple of guys be that. But they're just not developing that fandom, like that aspect of the game. They're amazing talents and they can be great, but they're not attracting the fans internationally, and especially the fans on here in the United States. They're amazing in the sports world, but outside of that, we can't get them to attract fans. How do we do this? Put Luka with LeBron. LeBron's going to have to train him. LeBron's going to have to teach him. And there's going to be a lot of things for him to learn from LeBron. Do you really think that Adam Silver was going to approve this trade and it was just going to happen out of nowhere? No, this was never going to be approved. Do y'all remember in 2010 when Chris Paul was going to get traded to the LA Lakers to play with Kobe, and that was blocked by the NBA? And you think that Luka Doncic wasn't going to get blocked from playing with the Lakers if this wasn't planned? This was planned. And then on top of that, the Mavericks owners are billionaires. It's no longer Mark Cuban, who is also a billionaire, but it's no longer him. He had the relationship and the attachment to a Luka Doncic. These new owners don't have that. So when you see that Luka is up for a couple of $100 million contract, like I think it was like 400 and something, 500 and something, the biggest contract in NBA history, like the super duper max, they're not going to give him that. That's $500 million that can stay in their pockets, that Luka shouldn't be getting in their point of view. They're not worried about a championship. They're worried about profit, money. And this honestly was probably the worst move the NBA could have allowed to happen. It's great for the Lakers. It's great for ad revenue. It's great for the streaming deal that the NBA just signed. It's great for the international fan, the common fan. It's great for the future of a couple of teams that the NBA is trying to market. But it's not great for the NBA because now you're going to have a couple of owners, a couple of these billionaire governors around the league who are going to view things the same way. And before you know it, there will be no relationship and no type of loyalty between athletes and team. And that can be a whole can of worms that we just opened up. Especially from seeing all the athletes' reactions after Luka got traded. Everybody kept bringing it up. Some people joked about it, but you know every joke has a truth behind it. And some people were flat out being honest. You don't know what's going to happen. KD almost got traded. KD, who the Suns have not been able to win without, almost got traded. Do you understand what this trade caused? This trade right here probably just opened up the biggest can of worms that could have possibly been opened up. And Adam Silver, I don't think he's seen the whole thing through. And that's an issue. Because now, moving forward, you're going to be forced to market the same teams. The Lakers, the Knicks, the Celtics. The Warriors then get Jimmy Butler, and that's another thing. Now the Warriors have Jimmy Butler. You're going to see Luka, LeBron in the playoffs. You're going to see Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and the Warriors in the playoffs. The NBA is trying to maximize profit within the last couple of years that they have with these guys. But the problem is, you could be spending this time marketing a Victor Wembanyama, trying to figure that out. Because he is a foreign player. You can figure that out. You could spend this time trying to market Anthony Edwards. You could spend this time trying to market a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the entire Celtics team. But you choose to stick to the same thing that's been working in the past. And mind you, cool, all right, this could work, or this could cause a whole shit ton of problems for the NBA. And the fact that you're not choosing to market certain guys and certain teams, forcing them to stay as a small market team like the Spurs, the Thunder, this is an issue. You're going to limit your growth. You have 30 teams, and like only 5 or 6 of them are the biggest markets. You should at least have like a mid-tier market. I feel like in the NBA we have like the biggest markets, and then we have the smallest markets. We don't have a mid-tier market. And that's a problem. We need to figure that out. That's the only way the league is going to grow. You need to market other guys. You stay and try to maximize the last couple of years, you're going to get smacked in your face. Something's going to happen, you're going to get smacked in your face, and you're going to be like, damn, we should have never did this. There is no promise that Luka is going to be the face of the league. There is no promise that Luka is going to attract those guys. There's no promise that Luka is going to take you to the promised land now. There's no promise that you're going to build the right team around Luka. They got him a center, and I'm going to speak about all that stuff, that trade and everything later on in another video. I know they got him a center. I know that Mark Williams is now playing for the Lakers. I understand. I'll speak about all that later on. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much for coming to the Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with E. Safety.